Hello and welcome back to Derail Valley Simulator. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. And for some reason anti-aliasing is a little off. Is it? Hang on a moment. Console. Graphics. Anti-aliasing. TAA. This is on. Just looks a little strange. Okay, well, anyway, thank you very much for joining me in today's video. In the last video, I did a shunting job. Honestly, I thought the shunting job would be a lot faster than it was. Unfortunately, it was not. But at the end of the shunting job, 2 logistic haul jobs came up. That's one there, going to Machine Factory and Town, which is... no, it wasn't that one, was it? It was this one here, going to Harbour and Town. That one is from 2 videos ago. And this one, going to Goods Factory and Town. Now, it does look like it is going to be a long job, but I think it is not going to be as long as it seems, simply because, well, this entire section here is going to be pretty high speed, at least. Surely this is going to be at least 30, 40 miles per hour through all of this. So 50 kilometers per hour plus through all of that up to that little bit there, and then going over to it is Goods Factory in Town. Yes, it is. So that is going to be today's plan. It is going to involve me going along a route that I have never been down. So I have never explored this particular line going up from or south of the sawmill, going out to the east and then up north through the forest south. Never explored that line. This bit here I have done before, of course. So that will be joining on to familiar lines all the way up to there, which is all familiar. So make sure you stay tuned. It looks like there may be a little bit of rain, but it should not be too much of an issue. The time is 3:30. The sun will be coming up fairly soon. Hopefully, in theory, surely the sun will be coming up fairly soon, right? I have no idea. Well, the sun will be coming up at some point. So, that's about it. Let's get started. And let me just make sure that this is indeed the right job. So the locomotive I have is right here. This should be the new job. SWLH16. It is. What I am going to do is I'm just going to, might as well whilst I'm here, save some time and reconnect this. I disconnected it in the last vid. Well, what? Does it not want to reconnect? That's connected. Come on, you can do it. There we go. I disconnected it in the last video, but to be honest, I don't need to I didn't need to, but I also did not realize that this would be the job that I would be taking until I took it. I do need to make sure that this is going to be in the right direction. That is south. Yep, so that not a problem there. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the route map and start setting this up. Let's do it under some light, shall we? There we go. Okay, so we are going out of here. We are going that way. This one is going that way. We'll go along this in that direction. That one is correct. That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. Up to there. In that direction. In that direction. Into the Goods Factory in Town. That seems pretty simple to me. Hang on. There's another way out. I've never been out this way. Is that new? That bit might be... I remember this bit. I do not recall an exit out this way. That might be new. Not a clue. Anyway, so all of that is set. The only thing I need to now look at is City South. And I'm setting this all before I take the job for a good reason, because it means that the bonus, it's minimal bonus issues. So if I make a mistake or anything, or I have to set this and slow down, it could eat into the bonus. Okay, so we are going to be going... it wants us to go through there, which I could do. And then that side I'm not too fussed about. So it's just this bit. It wants us to go straight through that. Okay, so that would be just bypassing everything, in which case I do not have to worry about anything. And then just continue. Is that correct? That is also correct. And then continue on my way. Okay. That seems good enough for me. What I'm going to do is go to the station office, start the job, and get right on with it. Logistic hall. That's the one. Over to goods factory in town I go. 1, 2, 3 dashboard lights. Oh, let's put the good old lantern up here. I much prefer this. Close that. Get the brakes going. There we go. Good, good. Can we open windows in this? It is a shame that none of these windows open. Hang on, is that a... That's just a little... If you're seated, I guess you can look out of that. Front lights. Rear lights. No wipers needed. Quick to the horn. And off we go. Dashboard lights. Sure. I think this might be my first logistics haul that I'm doing. Don't think I've ever done a logistics haul before. Can I get this in photo mode? Right, so starting to learn how to use photo mode. So if I do that, I can go, oops, that's a bit too high. How do I bring it back down? Control brings it back down, press Alt, and then that gets rid of that, so I can actually control a little bit more of the field of view. Depth of field, unfortunately, I do not know how to quite get working, but see, I can take a slightly different style of picture as opposed to what I normally do. There we go. And then press Alt, get back into, well, once the screenshot taken goes away, there we go. Back into that, and what I've got to make sure is that I get in... Hello? Come on. The timer has started. I have 107 minutes. I think we'll be all right. So what I have to make sure is that I get into photo mode whilst I'm still in the cab. That is what I really need to be make sure I do, because if I do not do that, then what may end up happening is that I will get back out of photo mode and I'll be outside the cab and the train will shoot past and I'll derail, and that is something I do not want to do. Right. The sun is starting to rise. Should have probably waited another hour. So this all looks fine. Oh, City South. We're not going anywhere near City South. I don't know why I thought we might be passing... Oh, I know why I thought we might be passing through City South. Because my initial plan was to go to Harbour and Town. Just keeping on the brakes here. Forgot what the controls are for that brake. That's the independent. It's U and J. Got it. Keep some pressure in the brakes there. Going up to 60, but we do need to clear the back of the train through it, which I think we have. How is this bit 60? Surely we're going to be going down again. Oh, we're going to be passing through the steel mill. Right, I'm going to have to be wary of that. 70? Really? Hopefully we are heading in the right direction. Again, check the route map. Yes, we are. $60 again. A lot of use of the brakes here. There's a lot of use of the brakes here. $40, which is exactly... So there really needs to be early warnings of these, because I would have gone through this at 60 thinking from the previous one it was marked off as 60. So yes, there does need to be some early warning system. We are going to be going through the steel mill. I just realised that one is something we are going through. So I need to get to the steel mill one and make sure that we are using a pass-through route, which is this one here. So yes, yes, yes. Yes, okay, good. That is fine. Misty morning. $70. Check the map. There is some tight turn. There is a tight turn coming up. Also, there's a bit that is not marked. That bit there, I'm a little concerned about that. That does not appear marked on any... Okay. That is slightly concerning. As I accidentally bring up a start menu. I have a button somewhere that should lock the Windows key. I think it's that one. There we go. That should be a locked Windows key now. I should use that. Let me try that. Yep, that's locked the Windows key. Not sure why I've never tried that on my computer before. Okay. This is where I will be using the comms radio to check something. That is going to be this one. That is set as it should be. So whatever this is over here, I have no idea. Is that just a garage? It's just an engine shed. Uh-oh. Get back in the train. Get back in the train because we're going too quickly. It's not what I meant to do. That is a problem. That really is a problem. When you accidentally jump out the train. 30. Yep. But we are heading uphill, so it should be all right. That's going to incur a little bit of damage, I think. Shouldn't have a problem accelerating up this hill. 77 tons should be really nothing. So that is this bit. After that, it should be... Oh, we're going through the forest south too. Right, I need to check that. Forest south. So it's A, which is the overview. And that is correct, which then just goes into B, and I just need to make sure that this is A using the through track, which it is. Good. So I think the important thing is after you've been through these a couple of times, that's when things can start going wrong. Misty morning. Take a thumbnail somewhere. Try and go into photo mode from here. See, now I'm in photo mode, but I'm not in danger, hopefully, of crashing, because as soon as I get out of photo mode, it should take me into first person and back in the cab. That looks nice and detailed. There we go. Not my greatest of photos, not the greatest of photographs, not my greatest work, but certainly good enough. And not that one. Back to play. No, not that. That. Okay. It did say 60. Though I'm fairly sure that if I go back to the world map, there's apparently a train out there. There's a locomotive out there. Hopefully that is not sitting right on the path. I think another 15 minutes we should be done looking at this. So 60, that seems like a fairly decent speed all the way through. This is now where we're going to be really picking up some speed. Being able to see that viaduct behind might be nice as well. Potential for more screenshots, thumbnails, all that kind of stuff. So let's have a look around. Oh no, that does not look as nice as I was hoping. All right. It looks better, actually, just the way I'm viewing it. Misty morning run. Very misty morning. Excellent work here on the atmospherics, just in general. That's a locomotive. That's a museum locomotive. Right there. Yep, that is a museum locomotive. Hello. It's the one with the gears, the very British one. Quick hoot through as we go through. Just keeping an eye on the speed here. So it says 60, I'm doing 50, so I'm okay. Oh, that looks okay. Please tell me I can get a really decent thumbnail here for the misty morning. Not... Oh, well, I mean, that is somewhat decent for a misty morning thumbnail, but it's really, it's this bit here I want to somehow capture. That is what I want to capture somehow. Where's my train gone? There it is. Oh, actually, that is also... That does look reasonable. Misty Morning Logistics Hall. No. There we go. That doesn't quite capture the essence the way I want it to. Maybe it's that bit there I really want to be able to see. But I suppose this wouldn't be terrible. It does still look misty-ish. Back in we go. Get on the brakes because we are going downhill. See, that is the kind of look that I want, but I cannot seem to get it. This is a nice route. This route through here is quite nice. Release the brakes. We can go up to 70. Front lights can actually be dimmed slightly now. I think we should be alright, as can rear lights. It's quite a long tunnel. Just hopefully there isn't just a sudden slowdown. I mean, it said 60 and it had 70 and then said it was going to get faster than that, which I can see I can see that happening. I can see this getting to about 90 very soon. There's the 90 in fact. Very, very misty morning, but it looks great. And then 80, and it's going to be slowing down even further. Just need to keep an eye on that at 60. Go on, slow it down. Slow it down. Probably going to slow down even further than that. I see a 50 or a 40, I think. But I have no idea in which direction we're looking. It's 120 in the direction I'm going. No, it's 60. What? Okay. I have no idea. Then a 90. A map with speed limits would be great. Really would be. I guess I can coast this one. So we're heading up towards the steel mill now, and then goods factory will not be too far. 80, that is fine. Through the steel mill is probably 50. So I'll be wary of that. Okay, not too far at all now. Just after the junction is where the steel mill is. And that is where you start the game, by the way. Using minimal fuel here. Really just coasting all the way. 60. Why is that? Oh, right, it's because of this bend. Is that 60 or is that 80? It could not have been 80 because it was already saying 80. 60. 50, 120, 80. Right, that 120 is wrong. That is definitely wrong. Just holding the brakes here. 50. Slow it down even further, and I think that is because we are coming up to the steel mill. Starting area, everything is just that little bit slower. Yep, there's steel mill. Tiny bit of stutter. And we'll work our way straight through. Now, I do have to be careful here. So I'm actually going to slow down a little further. For the simple reason that there is something I need to check, and then I'll ease off the brakes. Right, I need to check something way down the line. Right, coming up right here. Here it is. Okay, that is facing the right way. That's your starting location, in there. Because that was not on the dispatcher either. So maybe those ones need to be added to the dispatcher routing. Because I think they would be quite important. I'm just going to double check. Yes, they are not marked. So I think that needs to be added. Put that away. And really, it isn't that far to go. We are effectively over 2/3 the way there, probably 3/4 the way there, realistically, when we're thinking about time. So, great. Now I will be using a little bit of throttle, just a little bit. Apparently that's 60 through there. I never used to be 60 in there. Or 50, it used to be much slower. But the speed is going to increase. I think it increases all the way up to 100 over here, which this locomotive cannot do. And then it slows back down to about 70, I think. So I'm just going to wait for that next sign. But this locomotive can manage 80. 120 with a slowdown, so and you can see just how quickly we are making progress here. Very, very quick progress. This could be a thumbnail. Potentially. Again. Down, nope, that's up. Down. Yes, this is a thumbnail. How would I do this? Not that. I'd want it the opposite way. It does mean... Oh, then it is really in the mist. Okay, how do I try to make this look a little better? Nope, not able to get the thumbnail I want. Come on. Over this way, that's it. Let's try and get it maybe from the front of the train. Potentially. Then the sun is out of the question here. It's out of the equation when it comes to actually being in shot. Although that does give quite a... That does give it quite a... That does give it quite a look when we're talking about a misty morning. That's... I mean, you cannot describe a morning... a misty morning better than that. It's literally just fog. Let's take that, and that gives me some options, I suppose. Right, back inside we go. At 80, so we're doing about 50 miles an hour. It's a bit wobbly. This train is not the keenest at this speed. We could get up to 100, but well, I say we could get up to 100. This train cannot. There should be that, I think, is a 70, followed by a 60, followed by a 30. Maybe. Could be an 80, followed by a 60, followed by a 30. No, it's a 90, apparently. That's fine, this train is not doing that either. But I do need to bear in mind that this train does not have the braking capability of maybe another locomotive, so I do need to preempt the slowdown, which is what I'm going to do right now. There it is, 80 to slow down further. So I'm going to preempt the 60 by really getting on the brakes. After the bridge is where the 60 would potentially be. It might be a 70, but I'm going to preempt it to be a 60. This is great weather. This is really good weather. There we go. Double check the route map, making sure that we are going to be peeling off in the right direction, which we are. And at this point, probably should start looking at where exactly we need to drop this off in goods factory. So it's B3S, so we'll go ahead and pick up the station map, goods factory, so it's B, which is where we're going straight into. So we'll just go B, and we want it to be this way and that way. B3S. Job done. $50. I'd like to be a little bit slower there. There we go. Job almost over. How long did it give us? 107 minutes? Yes, 107 minutes is what it gave us. We've done it in just under half, or just over half an hour, I suppose. No, it's currently been under half an hour. Yes, it has been under half an hour. I mean, there is still a little ways to go, as you can see. Just a little ways. There's what, a 3-minute intro, getting the job sorted. Yes, so it has been less than half an hour at the moment. So 107 minutes given, 30 minutes taken thus far. I'd say, to be on the safe side, it'll take us 30, I'm going to say 36 minutes is what it is going to give us at the end. I'm not entirely certain because I've not been keeping track of exactly what time I started what at. I just know that it has been just over half an hour in the recording. It's going to be a little bit of an in and out under a viaduct, and we're there. So it's 80 into 70, but I'm doing 40, so that is not a problem. I see some smoke billowing from chimneys. I see a viaduct. Everything looks good. Everything is set. I see mountains. Excellent. Another job almost completed in Derail Valley. This seems a little downhill. So, off throttle. It says 60. I think I'll let this slow down a little bit more. It's actually uphill. just ease through this. There we go. Little bit of lag. I think I've made some adjustment to some of the settings, and I think I should probably roll that back. And to B3S we go, which is this one right here. Not exactly the longest of. Definitely not the longest of sidings. No, definitely not the longest of sidings. Should be alright though. Back of the train is in. Just going to ease just a little bit further. That's it. That looks better. So I might be over, but this should be quite clearly in. Just going to double check. Make sure that looks safe. That does. Handbrake can go on. Probably should knock this out of gear. Independent can go on that. Train brake can be released. That can be closed. Switch that off. Switch that off. Switch that off. Switch that off. Handbrake on. Disconnect. Handbrake on one of these. Is the handbrake on that the entire time? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Right, and I'll go and drop this off. Where's the... There it is. So where's the station off? Hello. 25 minutes is all it took. Okay, well, there we go. 18,000 is what I got. Let's find out the fees. 2,800. What did I do to this? Let's find out. Damage to the wheels. Is that because I was going too quickly around a corner? Potentially. That is probably where I picked that up. So, fine. Just heard the insurance cleared all fees. You may now buy new license. I've just heard the engine stop. But that is the end of that. Now, if I did want to, there should be a shunting job. Why has the shunting job not come up yet? So a shunting job should have... Unload and store a train with bread and dairy products. Hello. That doesn't seem too difficult to do. 3 drop-offs, it could be difficult. Freight haul. Deliver tooling, bit heavy. This to food factory in town. Where's the food factory? There. Not a big job. Wait a minute, is that not just the same... Are they not the same 7 that I took? No, they have no job on it. It's another 7. It's probably this lot. Yes, it's this lot. So this lot wants to go over to the goods factory in town for 5,000. There isn't too much here. I mean, that 22,000 one is pretty good, but it's quite a long journey. I'm not sure how I would manage to get that because that could be rough. It's quite heavy as well. Although the weather looks good. The weather does look good. It's, what, 9 o'clock? Where's nearly 10 o'clock. So for the journey, the weather looks okay. It could be done. I'm just concerned that that would be a really difficult job to do. If I went this way, that seems very difficult. If I go back this way, that might not be as difficult, but it is longer. That could be an interesting one to take. Whoops. That could be an interesting one to take. So maybe in the next episode, I will take that one. But for now... hang on. What about this one? That's just... Oh, that would allow me to take this new route. That might not be too bad either. That might be a decent one. Or this one. That's quite heavy. I'm concerned that the locomotive will be struggling to take this into various places, especially if it starts raining, even though the weather looks good. I'll have to have a think of that. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Derail Valley Simulator. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. Which licenses should I look at getting next? That's another one I do need to consider. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. Link in the description box below, as are links to my social media and Discord server. I am actually going to have a gander around looking for other locomotives as well. So we've got all of these things. We've got 2 locomotives here. Oh, it's just 2 shunters. That's no good. I want a larger locomotive to show up somewhere, because that would be really quite useful. Yes, that would be useful. Is this a shop? No. Okay. Well, yes, that is all from me. If anybody knows where I might find larger locomotives showing up, like maybe if I can start moving around one of the slightly larger ones, maybe I can start using them for bigger jobs. But yes, I'm not entirely sure. But for now, as I said, that is all from me. And I will see you next time in Derail Valley Simulator.